Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to Old School RuneScape. Last time, we went ahead and fought ourselves a demon, and got ourselves a fancy new sword. Well, fancy new upgrade to our sword. Silverlight into Darklight. Anyway, today, it's time to finally do Family Crest, the quest that we started like ages ago. And here we are in Catherby with Caleb. Who are you? What are you after? Are you Caleb Fitzharmon? Why, yes I am. But I don't believe I know you. How did you know my name? I have been sent by your father. He wishes the Fitzharmon Crest to be restored. Well, yes. I do have a piece of it anyway. So can I have your bit? Well, I am the oldest son, so by the rules of chivalry, I am most entitled to be rightful bearer of the crest. It's not really much use without the other fragments, is it though? Well, that is true. Perhaps it is time to put my pride aside. I'll tell you what, I'm struggling to complete this fish salad of mine. Okay. So, if you'll assist me in my search for the ingredients, then I will let you take my piece as reward for your assistance. So what ingredients are you missing? I require the following cooked fish: swordfish, bass, tuna, salmon, and shrimp. Okay, I will get you those. You will? It would help me a lot. How is the fish collecting going? Got them all with me. You exchanged the fish for Caleb's piece of the crest. What happened to the rest of it? Well, my brothers and I had a slight disagreement about it. We all wanted to be heir of my father's lands, and we each ended up with a piece of the crest. None of us wanted to give up our rights to our brothers, so we didn't want to give up our pieces to the crest, but none of us wanted to face our father by returning to him with an incomplete crest. We each went our separate ways many years ago, none of us seeing our father or willing to give up our fragments. So, do you know where I could find any of your brothers? Well, I haven't really kept in touch, what with the dispute over the crest and all. I did hear from my brother Avon a while ago, though. He said he was on some kind of search for treasure, or gold, or something out in the desert. You might want to ask around there for him. Avon always did have an expensive taste, however. You may find he is not prepared to hand over his crest piece to you as easily as I have. Alright, fair enough. Well, cool. Let's head over to the desert then, shall we? I have a lot of runes on me. That will make sense later. We'll get to that. Alright. Expensive things. Maybe the gem trader knows. Good day to you, traveler. Would you be interested in buying some gems? I'm in search of a man named Avon Fitzharmon. Fitzharmon. Harmon or Harman? I don't know. Fitzharmon, huh? Eh? If I'm not mistaken, that's the family name of a member of the Verakian nobility. You know, I have seen someone of that persuasion around here recently. Wearing a poncy yellow cape he was. Came in here all la-di-da, high and mighty, asking for jewelry made from perfect gold. Whatever that is, like normal golds weren't good enough for little Lord Fancy Pants there. I told him to head to the desert, cause I knew there's gold out there, in them there sand dunes, and if it's not up to his lordship's high standards of gold perfection. Maybe we'll all get lucky and the scorpions will be within. Alright. They say desert, but they don't mean desert. They mean Al-Kharid Desert. Specifically up here. Hey, it's a man! Wearing a yellow cape. I'm looking for a man named Yvonne Fitzherman. Then you have found him. My name is Yvonne Fitzherman. You have a part of your family crest. I am on a quest to retrieve all of the fragmented pieces and restore the crest. Huh! I suppose one of my worthless brothers has sent you on this quest then? No, it was your father who asked me to do this for him. My father wishes this. Then that is a different matter. I will let you have my crest shard, adventurer, but you must first do something for me. There is a certain lady I am trying to impress. As a man of noble birth, I cannot give her just any old trinket to show my devotion. What I intend to give her is a golden ring, embedded with the finest precious red stone available, and a necklace to match this ring. The problem, however, for me is that not just any old gold will be suitable. I seek only the purest, the most high quality of gold. What I seek, if you will, is perfect gold. None of the gold around here is even remotely suitable in terms of quality. I have searched far and wide for the perfect gold I desire, but have had no success so far in finding it, I am afraid. If you can find me my perfect gold, make a ring and necklace from it, and add rubies to them, I will gladly hand over my fragment of the family crest to you. Can you give me any help on finding this perfect gold? I thought I had found a solid lead on its whereabouts when I heard of a dwarf who is an expert on gold who goes by the name of Boot. Unfortunately, he has apparently returned to his home, somewhere in the mountains, and I have no idea how to find him. Well, I'll see what I can do. Okay. Well, let us teleport to Falador. Because this person, this Boot fellow, he is in the Dwarven Mines, and probably the easiest way to get there would be the easiest way that I had accessible to me at the moment was teleporting to Falador and coming this way. Okay. Boot? Boot, are you here? Hello, Boot. Those are normal dwarves. Alright, alright. Boot? Boot, 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 Boot. Where is Boot? Boot! Hey, Boot! I gotta talk to you about something. Hello, tall person. Alright. Hello, I'm in search of very high quality gold. High quality gold, eh? Well, the very best quality gold that I know of is just east of the large city of Ardogny, underground somewhere. I don't believe it's exactly easy to get to, though. I see. Interesting. Ardogny, you say? Alright, east of Ardogny. Okay. Well, east of Ardogny is this hole right here. Okay, sorry, I thought of a different quest. That was a mistake. Okay. Sorry, this is a puzzle. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing things right. Hello, ogres. Ow. Why you do that? Stop it. Okay. All right. Oh dear. Hellhounds. Spooky. Ouch. Okay. Ow! That was actually a pretty sizable hit. You're all very, very rude. You know that? Ow! Holy moly! I've got to back out, actually. Alright, at the very least, I've unlocked it. But I'm gonna need a little bit of food. And I gotta let my run recharge. So, I will be back once I am in the room mining some frickin' perfect gold. Okay, we've gotten 1 gold. And if we're lucky... Never mind, we're not lucky. Alright. Come on. Got it! Alright. Let's book it! I'm out of here. Okay. We got it. We're making good progress on this quest, on all things considered. I wasn't sure what we were going to be doing in this episode after the quest, and then I realized there's a couple of mini quests that I kind of need to do. I just want one. We're just doing it this way just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Alright, cool. Let's go turn this in now. Oh, before I forget, we will also stop at the church and restore our prayer. Anyway, yeah, there are like 3... Okay, well, there's 2 primary mini-quests that I would like to do this episode, if we've got the time. And a 3rd one that we can skip, but we'll see how much time we have left of the episode. We might be able to do all 3. And if we can, that would be fantastic, because yeah, because we get access to a couple of different things that would be good to have access to. Avon! Hey! So how are you doing getting me my perfect gold jewelry? I have the ring and necklace right here. And the necklace only has slight dirt from the ground on it. Because I dropped the ruby. These are exquisite. Exactly what I was searching for all of this time. Please, take my crest fragment. Now, I suppose you will be wanting to find my brother Jonathan, who is in possession of the final piece of the family's crest. That's correct. Well, the last I heard of my brother Jonathan, he was studying the magical arts and trying to hunt some demon or other out in the wilderness. Unsurprisingly, I do not believe he is doing a particularly good job of things and spends most of his time recovering from his injuries in some tavern or other near the edge of the wilderness. You'll probably find him still there. Thanks, Yvonne. Alright, well, let's go ahead and teleport to not shooting stars. That's not going to help us. Soul Wars, because that will get us to Edgeville. Actually, I don't know. Is it? Oh, no, this is... Hold on. This is... That's not where I want to teleport just yet, because we're not... It's not Edgeville that we're going to yet. We need to go to the Jolly Boar Inn, up to the north here. I feel like we're close enough that I can just run there. But I'll skip so we don't have to see me run the whole way. Here we are in the inn. Let's see. Doesn't seem like anyone down here suffering from injuries. So let's check upstairs. Jonathan, hello! Looks like your face exploded, because your hair is super spiky. Greetings, would you happen to be Jonathan Fitzherman? That I am. I'm here to retrieve your fragment of the Fitzherman family crest. The poison, it is all too much. My head will not stop spinning. Sweat is pouring down Jonathan's face. Take an anti-poison, please. Oh, thank you. Wow, that's completely cured me. How can I reward you? I've come here for your piece of the Fitzherman family crest. You have? Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. In my attempts to slay the fiendish Chronozone, the blood demon, I lost a lot of equipment in our last battle when he bested me and forced me away from his den. He probably still has it now. So, is this Chronozone hard to defeat? Well, you'll have to be a skilled mage to defeat him, and my powers are not good enough yet. You will need to hit him once with each of the 4 elemental spells of death before he will be defeated. Where can I find Chronozone? The fiend has made his lair in the wilderness below the Obelisk of Air. Okay, so how did you end up getting poisoned? Those accursed poison spiders that surround the entrance to Chronozone's lair. I must have taken a nip from one of them as I attempted to make my escape. I'll be on my way now. My thanks for the assistance, adventurer. Alright. I don't want to use a teleport spell. I want to teleport to Soul Wars now. For real this time. Alright. Alright, we're going to quickly drop a few things off in our bank, because we don't need that stuff. What we do need... Actually, let's get... Oh, I don't have prayer potion. Prayer potions should be fine. What I actually would like is my active file, because I would like an emergency teleport. And then we got an anti-poison for the spiders. We got lots of food. And we've got all of the spell casting power. Alright, this is fine. I'm scared. See, there's a lot of mention of the wilderness. So, we go into the wilderness. I'm not a fan of the wilderness. The only time I was ever a fan of the wilderness was when they changed the game so that the wilderness was no longer PvP. That is the only time I liked the wilderness. I no longer like the wilderness. So yeah. In RuneScape 3, they've actually gone ahead and altered it. So that right there, that cave, that is where our enemy lies. In RuneScape 3, that tunnel right there was closed off, and instead a tunnel comes right down here. So you don't have to enter the wilderness at all to get to it. But instead... Are you serious? Sorry, I'm trying to gauge if this punk is gonna kill me or something. Okay, no, they're doing Slayer. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ow! Jerk. Okay, we could have gone the other way and not risked running past the spiders. Okay, I would like to run over here. Alright, I believe I am now safe. Wind blast! Perfect. I cannot believe that. I just boom, boom, boom. Okay, I need to choose a different spell because this is not going to go very well. Alright. So you just have to hit him once with each element of the blast spells. That's why you need 59 magic for this. And then he will die. Well, he won't die when you do that. You can kill him with anything else. Hey! I did so good. I didn't even need to eat. Okay. It's probably a poor decision. But actually no. We'll just teleport to Varrock. That makes the most sense. Alright. Fusion! Alright. Well, we're done. Let's get out of here. We're not even at 30 minutes, and we cut some stuff out. That means, I think we can do all 3 of the mini quests. I have retrieved your crest. Adventurer, I can only thank you for your kindness, although the words are insufficient to express the gratitude I feel. You are truly a hero in every sense, and perhaps your efforts can begin to patch the wounds that have torn this family apart. I know not how I can adequately reward you for your efforts, although I do have these mystical gauntlets, a family heirloom that, through some power unknown to me, have always returned to the head of the family whenever lost, or if the owner has died. I will pledge these to you, and if you should lose them, return to me, and they will be here. They can also be granted extra powers. Take them to one of my sons. They should be able to imbue them with a skill for you. Alright! So we got 1 quest point, some steel gauntlets, and gauntlet skill imbues. So, first of all, we gotta leave here and start heading down southwards. Because I want to get these imbued first and foremost. So basically, the steel gauntlets can be turned into one of three things. They can be turned into the cooking gauntlets by talking to Caleb, who can decrease the chance of burning lobsters, swordfish, monkfish, shark, and anglerfish. Or, if you go talk to Yvonne, who I'm going to talk to right now, they can be turned into goldsmith gauntlets, which ups the XP you gain from smelting gold bars from 22.5 to 56.25. So that's it's multiplied by 2.5. So it makes it much more efficient to smith gold. And I have like 500 gold. I have like 500 gold ore in my bank, waiting for this moment. I have received word from my father of your assistance to our family in this matter. You have my thanks for restoring our honor. Your father mentioned that you could improve these gauntlets in some way for me. Indeed I can. In my long time searching for the perfect gold, I learned about gold items. I can improve these gauntlets so that they provide more than normal experience when smithing gold. I can easily modify these for you. That sounds good. Improve them for me. Yvonne takes your gauntlets, takes out a small hammer, and pounds them into a slightly new shape, then hands them back to you. They've also turned yellow. Alright, then there is the Chaos Gauntlets, which, when you use them, when you wear them, bolt spells, which oddly are not blast spells which you needed for this quest. Bolt spells, the maximum hit that you can get with them is increased by 3. So if you're doing combat, it can be pretty handy for that reason. For me personally, though, the goldsmithing gauntlets are the way to go. There is a mini quest that I thought about doing. It was one of the mini quests that I was referring to before, but then I realized, wait. So there is a mini quest called Family Pest. We will be doing it later. However, in order to do it, you need 500,000 gold. Why do you need 500,000 gold? Because this quest grants you the ability to have all 3 gauntlets at once. Currently, you can only have one at a time, and you have to change them every time that you want a different one. But doing this and paying the 500,000 gold allows you to have all 3 at once. I will want to invest that at some point. I just don't have the money for that. I have less than 100k right now. I could easily get that by doing like 2 or 3 hours at Agility Pyramid, but that's not really something I can do while we're recording. So we're not going to do that. So there's 2 other mini quests that we're going to do. Actually, hold on, wait. Do I? Okay, no, I can't. I can't do this one. Okay, good. Sorry. Okay. We're ready. I will see you back in Edgeville for the first mini quest that we're about to do. Okay, we're back. Here we are in Edgeville. As you can probably notice, I was sick of the dark red. It looked nice for a while, but I needed to change. I didn't want to go back to the light red. So, I decided, you know what, purple. Why not? Purple's nice. I like purple. Alright. So, what are we doing here at the Wilderness Ditch? We're doing a mini quest. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Mage Zamarok, what are you doing out here? Meet me in Varrock's Chaos Temple. Here is not the place to talk. Alright. Oh, the book's power did not work in the wilderness. Alright, fine. What a jerk. Ow! That skeleton wanted to box with me. Alright, not cool. Not cool at all. I know I'm overreacting to the wilderness thing, by the way. I'm just absolutely paranoid, okay? I am absolutely paranoid. I know that walking into the wilderness for 5 seconds to talk to that guy and then coming back out here is safe. There is a very, very slim possibility that you will encounter a PKer at that exact moment. But I have had worse luck. Okay? So, I am in the wrong spot. I've had worse luck than that. So, my brain is like, don't risk it, 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 don't risk it. Especially on a hardcore Iron Man. Ah, you again. What was it you wanted? The wilderness is hardly the appropriate place for a conversation now, is it? Where do you get your runes from? No offense, but people around here don't exactly like your type. My type? Explain. You know, scary bearded men in dark clothing with unhealthy obsessions with destruction and stuff. Well, you may be right. The foolish Ceredomanists that own this pathetic city don't appreciate loyal Zamorakians. It is true. So you can't be getting your runes anywhere around here. That is correct, stranger. The mysteries of manufacturing runes is a closely guarded secret of the Zamorakian Brotherhood. Oh, you mean the whole teleporting to the runescent mine, mining some essence, then using the talismans to locate the rune temples, then binding runes there. I know all about it. What? But you... Tell me, this is important. You know of the ancient temples. You have been to a place where this rune essence material is freely available. How did you get to such a place? Well, I helped deliver some research notes to Cedridor at the Wizard's Tower, and he teleported me to a huge mine where he said was hidden off to the north somewhere where I could mine rune essence. And there was an abundant supply of this essence there, you say? Yes, but I thought you said you knew how to make runes. All this stuff is fairly basic knowledge, I thought. No, not at all. We occasionally manage to plunder small samples of this essence, and we have recently discovered these temples you speak of. But I have never heard of these talismans before, and I was certainly not aware of this substance is a heavily stockpiled resource at the Wizard's Tower. This changes everything. How do you mean? For many years, there has been a struggle for power on this world. You may dispute the morality of each side as you wish, but the stalemate that exists between my lord Zamorak and that pathetic meddling fool Ceredoman has meant that our struggles have become more secretive. We exist in a cold war, if you will, each side fearful of letting the other gain too much power, and each side equally fearful of entering into open warfare for fear of bringing our struggles to the attention of other beings. You mean Gothics? Indeed, among others. But you now tell me that the Ceredominus wizards have the capability of mass-produce runes. I can only conclude that they have been doing so secretly for some time now. I implore you, adventurer, you may or may not agree with my aims, but you cannot allow such a one-sided shift in the balance of power to occur. Will you help me and my fellow Zamorakians to access this essence mine? In return, I will share with you the research we have gathered. As much as I hate to do it, sure. Okay, I'll help you. What can I do? All I need from you is the spell that will teleport me to this essence mine. That should be sufficient for the armies of Zamorak to once more begin stockpiling magic for war. Oh, I don't actually know that spell.
What? Then how do you access this location?
Oh, well, people who do know the spell teleport me there directly. Apparently they wouldn't teach it to me to try and keep the location secret.
Yes, I see. Very well, then you may still assist us in finding this mysterious essence mine.
And how would I do that?
I'll give you a scrying orb. I have cast a standard cipher spell upon it, so that it will absorb mystical energies that it is exposed to. Bring it with you and teleport to the rune essence location, and it will absorb the mechanics of the spell and allow us to reverse engineer the magic behind it. The important part is that you must teleport to the essence location from 3 entirely separate locations. More than 3 may be helpful to us, but we need a minimum of 3 in order to triangulate the position of this essence mine. Here's the scrying orb. If you encounter any difficulties, speak to me again.
Okay. I do have one wonder. Okay, well first let's teleport with Aubrey. Door closed immediately as I was going to click Aubrey. Alright. Can I talk to the... I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out... I think we'll just do it as normal, as the quest guide recommends. However, I'm curious because we know of 4 people who can teleport us to the runescent mine. We know of Aubrey. We know of Cedrador in the Wizard's Tower. It's actually faster to go this way, me. Sorry, I clicked in the wrong spot. So we know of those 2, and then we know of Wizard Comperty over in Ardogny, and then we also know of oh no, we can visit Brimstale. Okay, cool. I just skipped over his name. All right, that works much better because I believe, technically speaking, it is slightly closer to go to Brimstale. I think. Theoretically. I'm not for sure on that. But it feels closer. So we're gonna... That is the wrong place. Okay. I'm actually gonna skip because it's just going to the character and then clicking teleport and then going. So I will see you in Ardogny. Well, actually, I'll probably just see you in Varrock because you already know that I'm going to Ardogny. It's fine. Okay, we're here. Hello, Mage Zamorak. We've got all 3.
Well, have you managed to use my scrying orb to obtain the information yet?
Yes, I have. I've got it right here.
Excellent. Give it here and I shall examine the findings. Speak to me in a small while.
Define a small while. So, that's my end of the deal upheld. What do I get in return?
Indeed, a deal is always a deal. I offer you 3 things as reward for your efforts on behalf of my Lord Zamorak. The first is knowledge. I offer you my collected research on the Abyss. I also offer you 1,000 points of experience in runecrafting for your trouble. Your second gift is convenience. Here, you may take this pouch I discovered amidst my research. You will find it to have certain interesting properties. Your final gift is that of movement. I will, from now on, offer you a teleport to the Abyss whenever you should require it.
Huh? Abyss? What are you talking about? You told me that you would help me with runecrafting.
And so I have done. Read my research notes. They may enlighten you somewhat.
Okay, a compendium of research into chaotic space, author unknown. The strange dimension that we have named abyssal space is something of an enigma. It was first discovered during a routine teleportation experiment that seemingly went wrong. We are still not sure as to what caused this teleportation failure, but the discovery of a previously unknown dimension led to a flurry of research from the Zamorakian Magical Institute, henceforth known within this document as the ZIM, or I guess it wouldn't be pronounced ZIM because that would be ZIM, not ZMI. Okay, under direct orders to examine this dimension, I feel I can accurately state the following conclusions. Conclusion 1. The abyssal space is not a dimension in the way that we understand the term from examples such as Xanaris or RuneScape. Rather, it is the name we have given the dimension that exists between other more developed dimensions, the glue that keeps each dimension together yet separate, if you will. The abyssal space's existence at the fringe of reality means that it does not conform to the same guidelines of space and time as Gillinor does. You may enter it and then leave it from an identical spot, yet reappear many hundreds of miles at your target destination, the teleportation phenomenon that we use daily. From this basic concept, I have extrapolated that all teleport magics, in fact, use abyssal space to make the passing of great distances occur in a very short space of time, from my perception. What is actually happening is that the spellcaster is entering abyssal space and then immediately leaving again, with certain values as to speed and direction being taken care of in our spellcasting to allow some degree of precision in these teleports. More worryingly, it seems apparent that the barriers on our dimensional space and abyssal space have become somewhat weakened through excessive use. There have been isolated reports within the ZMI that creatures not native to our dimension have entered Gillinor through abyssal space, as well as the teleportation malfunction that first resulted in our discovery of this dimension. I strongly recommend that further research is taken. If the barriers between these dimensions are sufficiently weakened, there may exist the possibility of an alternative method to proceed with Operation Transient without alerting the other deities as to our plan. Conclusion 2. When we have accepted that abyssal space is somewhat of a tesseract or hypercube with a direct relation to our dimension, then the benefits of exploiting this resource become more obvious. Certain creatures of the abyss contain unnecessary surplus organs that may be harvested to provide carrying pouches for various magically unstable objects. I ran some experiments with sample XJ13, also known as Rune Essence, and managed to place 6 parts in a space that would seemingly only hold 1. Continued experimentation with these stolen samples showed that moving items between our dimension and abyssal space degraded the use of these pouches, but a simple transfiguration spell, when cast within the abyss upon these pouches, restored their usage back to the original results. Should we ever locate the source of these essences that the Wizard's Tower seem to have an endless supply of, I would strongly recommend the harvesting of these creatures for their organs so as to maximize the efficiency of our rune manufacturing process. Some degree of caution will be necessary as the creatures of the abyss are seemingly very aggressive. Conclusion 3. Our first discovery of the abyssal space was somewhat a fluke, and a not easily repeatable fluke at that. It proved exceedingly difficult to find the correct mystical resonance for this dimension, due to my original belief that abyssal space is not a fully fledged dimension on its own, so we have had to resort to unusual measures to gain permanent access to this realm. We took a large number of initiates and gave them each supplies to cast a portal spell. We then had them repeatedly teleport to various locations, seeking to replicate the original error that caused the first entry into abyssal space. Once one of our initiates had managed to fail his teleport and appear in abyssal space, he was then charged with remaining there and holding a portal spell open so that the more senior members of the SMI could gain entry via his portal. The initiate is still there, and due to the intense concentration required to keep the portal open, it is my recommendation that we leave him there, holding the bridge open for us. As an initiate, he is always expendable should something go wrong, and the slow passage of time within abyssal space means we don't need to worry about feeding him or anything. At the time of writing, this portal is still active and will allow us to teleport people at will into abyssal space. The only downside to this method of teleportation is that we are using magic provided to us by Lord Zamrock himself, so anybody who uses this teleport will inevitably be marked by him or become skulled, as the common folk put it. An interesting side effect of this portal is that various teleports within abyssal space were opened up by its casting. These teleports seem to lead to mysterious temples dedicated to various magical elements, which I believe are directly related to the rumors we have intercepted of the rediscovery of runecrafting by the Wizard Tower. Sadly, we must conclude from these temples that the rumors are indeed true, and that the destruction of the Wizard Tower had been in vain, as was the sacrifice of those who died in to try and prevent the meddling Ceratominus from gaining access to the creation of magical runes. I have detailed my findings related to runecrafting in a separate document, and passed it on to my superiors, along with my recommendations on how best to thwart their research further. Until a final decision is made, I suggest we make the best of the bad situation and increase our own rune production to full manufacturing capacities. I have already ordered buyers to purchase as much sample XJ13 as can be bought, and to hire some mercenaries to sabotage the research efforts of the Wizard's Tower, or failing that, to provide us some insight into where their steady supplies of these essence are coming from. Until my next report, I remain as ever a loyal servant, strength through chaos. I see. So what is this abyss stuff? I really don't see how this talk about an abyss relates to runecrafting in the slightest. My primary research responsibilities was not towards the manufacture of runes, that is true. Rather, I was investigating an error that occurred to one of our initiates in a routine teleportation experiment. I just read the book for 10 minutes! And a side effect, yada yada. Fortunate for us both, I would say. As I say, read my research notes, it shall all become clear. My colleagues inside the Abyss may be of help to you as well. So, this Abyss place, is it dangerous? Well, the creatures there are particularly offensive. You mean they smell? No, I mean they hunt and attack any visitors to their dimension on sight. This is not the danger, however. It's not? No. Unfortunately, the magic we have had to use to retain the portal to the Abyss open and effective is derived from Lord Zamrock himself. And that's a bad thing somehow? Well, he has his occasional quirks. In this case, it means that when you enter this dimension, you will be skulled and your prayer will be drained. This makes it somewhat more dangerous than other places you may be used to. I see. Was there anything else you wanted? Well, I reckon I'm prepared to go there now. Lead me there, or whatever it is that you do. No, not from here. The use of my Lord Zamrock's magic in this land will draw too much attention to myself. Meet me in the wilderness where you spoke to me before, and right-click to find the teleport option. What the heck is right-click? I'm just a guy in this world. What's a right-click? I trust you do not wish to have too lengthy a conversation in such a dangerous place. You're right, I don't. I should be able to improve my stock of runes thanks to your assistance locating the Essence site too, so feel free to stop by if you require any specific runes. Okay, thanks. Alright. So that was Enter the Abyss. Now we have just one more thing that I want to do. We are technically over an hour according to my recording. However, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to cut out a good 15 minutes, I think. Because I spent a decent amount of time walking around for the quest, for Family Crest, and for this. Forgot. You didn't see this, but the instant I teleported for the third time, the game closed on me again. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's why I have to enter my bank pin. So, okay, here we are. We're in Remington. It is time for a very, very quick mini quest. I'm sure that we can do it. I'm sure that it won't be too much. Skippy! Hey, you stumbling around, bud? Are you alright? You seem a little incoherent.
Incoherent? You with Facebook learning words. You'd be more than incoherent if you said...
Dramatic pause.
Them.
Who are... Dramatic pause.
They, those bloodthirsty, flesh-tearing devils, they are the reason I'm out here every day hurling boulders into the sea. They are the reason I've lost everything except the horrifying memory of what they look like.
And what do they look like?
Mud skippers.
Mud skippers?
Aye, mud skippers. Those ferocious, raving and evil, beady-eyed terrors of the deep.
I see.
I was ambushed by them way back, see? They got the drop on me. I can't remember where. Somewhere around here, though.
These would be the mud skippers, right?
Aye, the mud skippers. Huge they were. 10 feet. Glistening muddy flesh. Flopping towards me with white foam flying from their gnashy fangs. I fought them up and down the beach with the tide rising and more of them leaping towards me with cutlasses drawn.
This is fascinating, but I have to be...
Shit, you weird old Nixon. I can't remember all the details as I'm sure they must have hit me quite hard, but last thing I remember before it went all black was one of those devils rearing over me. His eyes glowing red with the fires of hell.
Fires of hell? Right. I believe you.
No, you don't. You think I'm crazy, like all the rest. But if I'm crazy, how did I get these?
Get what? Skippy shows you what appears to be massive bite scars on his leg. You're no expert, but they look like giant mud skipper bites. Giant mud skipper bites. Where did you get those?
I can't remember. I've been drinking to forget the horror. And all I seem to have forgotten is where it all happened.
I suppose if I sober you up, you may well start to recall.
You'll have a job. I've been drinking this for a week.
Captain Braindeath's extra strength rum drain cleaner. Now 50% more debilitating. Oh dear.
It's the extra sheep tranquilizers that give it that added kick.
Stay here and I'll be right back. And try not to move or go near any open flames. Hey, Skippy!
What? Sploosh! Ah, that's cold. You trying to kill me?
Nope, just sober you up. Memory coming back yet?
No. I could do with a bowl of tea to warm myself up a bit. Go grab me one and we'll talk.
Any particular type of tea?
Not for preference. Just make sure it's hot. And don't throw it at me.
What's your problem? You're all clean now.
I've come to give you your tea. Excellent. I was thinking I was just gonna freeze out here.
Skippy drinks the tea and clutches his forehead in pain.
Oh.
What? What's wrong?
Not so loud. I think I have a hangover.
Great. Well, I doubt you can remember anything through a hangover. What a waste of nettle tea.
Aye, a little sympathy here. Ow. Must remember not to shout. Look, I do know a hangover cure. If you can get me a bucket of the stuff, I think I'll be okay.
Wait, is this cure a bucket of chocolate milk and snape grass?
Yes, that's the stuff.
Ah, I've made some of that stuff before. I should be able to give you some, no problem. I'll happen to have it right here. Do I just talk? Well, Skippy, you will no doubt be glad to hear that I got you your hangover cure.
Gimme.
Skippy chugs the hangover cure. Very impressive.
Much better.
Feeling better?
Considerably.
Tell me where the mud skippers are.
I wish you wouldn't go looking for them. Those vicious killers would tear you apart. It's all becoming clear to me now. I was fishing, using a fishing explosive.
A fishing explosive?
Well, Slayer Masters sell these highly volatile potions for killing underwater creatures. Oh, if you don't feel like lobbing a net around all day, you can use them to fish with. But this time, I was startled by what I thought was a giant mud skipper. When it was, in fact, was a dramatic pause, a morgue.
What exactly is a morgue?
A morgue is a type of ogre that spends most of its time underwater. They hunt giant mud skippers by wearing their skins and swimming close until they can attack them. When I used the fishing explosive, I scared off all the fish, and so the morgue got out of the water to express its extreme displeasure with an iron mace.
I take it the head injury is responsible for the staggering and yelling.
No. My addiction to almost lethal alcohol did that. But if you're set on finding those morgues, just head south from here until you find Mud Skipper Point.
The mud skipper eating monsters are to be found at Mud Skipper Point. Shock. Thanks. I'll be careful. Alright. That was Skippy and the Morgues. Yeah. The real reason why I wanted to get that out of the way is because if we come down here to Mud Skipper Point, first of all, doing that, I believe, gives Slayer Masters the ability to assign morgues. Hey, they're going to town on them. All right, yeet. All right, we'll go ahead and protect from melee because I don't have any armor on. So if we go ahead and come on, a little bit longer, a little bit more, come on. Just 11 more hit points, and then we're done with the episode. 6 more. Yay! Nice. Well done. You've completed a medium task in the Falador area. That's why I wanted to do that. Because it's a requirement for the achievement diaries. That's my main motivation for like everything nowadays. It's, oh, I need to do this for an achievement diary. Okay, cool. I'll do that next time I'm on the air. Anyway, I really have not been keeping track of how long this episode's going to be. I think it's going to be under an hour still, so it should be fine. But I'm not going to take any chances by rambling on. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.